The Galactic Academy Xenobiology lecture hall fell into stunned silence as Zrethka, a Vorian warrior-caste student, brandished a crystalline blade above his desk. His fore gleamed with malicious intent as he pointed the weapon at the human sitting 2 rows ahead of him. "Deathworlder filth," he hissed, his translator converting his species-clicking language into standard galactic. "You don't belong here." Melissa Hayes didn't even turn around. She continued taking notes on her datapad, her blonde ponytail swaying slightly as she tilted her head to better see Professor Zilthar's holographic presentation on silicon-based life forms. The bioluminescent professor paused mid-sentence, his gelatinous form quivering with concern. "Students, Zrethka, you will lower your weapon immediately," the professor commanded, his usual gentle demeanor replaced with stern authority. "This institution has zero tolerance for violence." Violence. Zrethka stood, his chitinous exoskeleton gleaming under the artificial lights. At nearly 7F tall, he towered over the other students. "I'm simply removing a predator from our learning environment. Humans are Class 12 Deathworlders. She could kill half this room before security arrives." William Chen, sitting beside Melissa, tensed. His hand moved toward the emergency beacon on his wrist, but Melissa placed her hand gently on his arm, stopping him. She finally turned to face Zrethka, and William saw something that made his blood run cold. She was smiling, not a nervous smile, not a fearful grimace masquerading as confidence, a genuine, almost amused smile. "You've never actually been to a death world, have you, Zrethka?" Melissa asked, her voice carrying easily through the silent hall. She stood slowly, deliberately, her movements fluid and controlled. At 5'6", she barely reached the Vorian's thorax, yet somehow her presence seemed to fill the room. "I don't need to visit a nightmare to know it's dangerous," Zrethka snarled, adjusting his grip on the knife. "Everyone knows Earth spawned the galaxy's most efficient killers. You're apex predators who conquered your entire food chain." Melissa walked toward him, ignoring Professor Zilthar's panicked protestations. Several students scrambled away from their seats, creating a wide berth. William stood as well, ready to intervene, but something in Melissa's posture told him to wait. "You're right," Melissa said, stopping just outside Zrethka's striking range. "Earth is a Class 12 death world. Do you know what that means?" "It means you evolved in hell," Skye spat. "It means we evolved to survive in hell," Melissa corrected. "There's a difference. See, on Earth, everything wants to kill you. The weather, the wildlife, the microscopic organisms floating in the air. We developed persistence hunting. We literally chased our prey until it died of exhaustion. We learned to throw objects with lethal accuracy. We domesticated wolves for crying out loud. Wolves, the apex predators of their ecosystem, bent to our will." She took another step forward. Zrethka's blade trembled slightly. "But you know what the most terrifying thing about humans is?" Melissa's smile widened. "It's not our strength. Plenty of species are stronger. It's not our speed. Many creatures are faster. It's not even our intelligence, though we're proud of that. Then what?" Zrethka's voice cracked slightly, his bravado wavering. "It's our pattern recognition and problem-solving under pressure." Melissa said, "See, I've been watching you all semester, Zrethka. You always sit in the same seat, 3rd row from the back, left side. You favor or right arms over your left ones when manipulating objects. That blade you're holding, it's ceremonial, not tactical. The edge is on the wrong side for a proper thrust given your grip. And the weight distribution is designed for display, not combat." William watched as the color drained from several of Zrethka's eyes. The Vorsen's confidence visibly crumbled. Furthermore, Melissa continued, her voice taking on a lecturing quality that would have made Professor Zilthar proud. "Vorian exoskeletons, while impressive, have 3 primary weak points. The joints between your thorax and abdomen, the soft tissue behind your auditory organs, and the neural cluster located approximately 3 in below your primary breathing spiracle." She pointed to each location on Zrethka's body without touching him. The Vorian stepped backward, nearly tripping over his own chair. I have also been studying your species biology for my comparative anatomy class. Did you know that Vorians evolved on a Class 3 garden world? Your danger response is triggered by visual threats because you never developed a robust fight or flight system. Your people never needed one. The most dangerous predator on your homeworld was a herbivore that occasionally got territorial. Melissa's expression softened slightly. I'm not telling you this to scare you, Zrethka. I'm telling you this to teach you something. Yes, I'm from a Deathworld. Yes, I could probably hurt you if I wanted to, but do you know what I'd rather do? She gestured around the lecture hall at the dozens of species represented: crystalline silicates, gaseous nebulins, the floating ethers, and more. I'd rather learn from you, all of you. The Galactic Academy accepted humans not because we're warriors, but because we're survivors and explorers. We want to understand the universe. We want Toby part of something bigger than our little death world. Melissa extended her hand towards Zrethka, palm up, non-threatening. So please put the knife down, sit back down, and let's finish learning about silicon-based life forms together. I promise you, the only thing I want to kill in this classroom is my final exam. The tension broke, as several students laughed nervously. Zrethka stared at Melissa's outstretched hand for a long moment, then slowly lowered his blade. He placed it on his desk, his hands trembling. I apologize, he said quietly. I was taught to fear Deathworlders. I didn't think. I didn't understand. That's why we're all here, Melissa said gently. To learn and understand. Professor Zilther flowed forward, his relief palpable. An excellent demonstration of conflict resolution, Miss Hayes. Perhaps unorthodox, but effective nonetheless. Students. Zrethka, please see me after class. We have much to discuss. As Melissa returned to her seat, William leaned over and whispered, That was either the bravest or the craziest thing I've ever seen. Melissa grinned. On Earth, we call that Tuesday. Now, shut up and take notes. This silicon-based reproduction cycle is definitely going to be on the exam. From 3 rows back, Zico watched the human girl resume her studies, and for the first time, he understood that the most dangerous thing about Deathworlders wasn't their capacity for violence. It was their capacity for restraint, wisdom, and the choice to be better than their nature demanded. The lesson had indeed ended, but not in the way anyone expected.